From Rixie, this is Frameform, a podcast discussing movies, moving, and everything in between. I'm Hannah Weber.
I'm Jen Ray.
And I'm Claire Schweitzer. And we are three dance film nerds who can't wait to take you on a deep dive into the crazy, complex, and exciting world at the intersection of dance and film.
Over the next few months, we'll be delving into topics, trends, and issues in dance, film, and culture at large.
We will also be sharing conversations with creators in the field, what inspires them, and the challenges they face when making their work.
Always relevant,
fresh each week,
and on demand.
Frameform, the sixth podcast from Rixie, premiering August 12th. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From Rixie, this is the Daily Rec. I'm Jen Ray, co-host of Rixie's new dance and film podcast, Frameform. My app recommendation today is Airtable. So I first heard about Airtable from John Gann, who's the founder of DC Shorts Film Festival in Washington, D.C. When I had just moved to D.C. and was starting my dance film festival, John had generously offered his time and wisdom to talk over coffee. And in that conversation, I learned about Airtable. And my life was forever changed. When I try to describe Airtable to people, to liken this to Excel is the obvious, but also kind of an insulting choice. This is far superior and definitely a different species altogether. Airtable is somewhat like a spreadsheet software, but it's far more robust and dynamic. Free version has a decent amount of features and storage, so you don't need to upgrade to get a lot out of it. Some apps look really great, and then you start to actually use them and you realize you're getting yourself into like a 3-figure annual subscription at least, and then the romance is over. But Airtable, you can actually use it pretty well, have a lot of storage, use a good amount of features, and not really want for much more. So as someone that's been using it for about 5 years now, I've not needed to really upgrade, even though I do a lot on there. That said, things that I like about Airtable are that it's very user-friendly, and I know that's kind of like a throwaway. You have text fields, you have multiple and single select drop-down menus, checkboxes, URLs, photo and video fields. You can also really easily group and sort them. So let's say I have what they call a base, but it's like a spreadsheet. You have different tabs, and on each page, you can really customize and configure your layouts. And I've just used it for a lot of different projects, and I find that no matter what I need to do, I can always find a template or make a really good template for it based on my needs. So speaking of templates, Airtable has a ton. Some more normal ones like CRM management, event organization, archiving medias, restaurant field guides, personal meal planning, pet medical history, human medical history. They even have one for cattle ranching. They're always adding new templates, and they're always evolving and adding new features, which I just love. I feel like almost bi-weekly they're adding new things and always just getting better. So it's exciting to see such a useful software thriving. That gives me faith that people are making cool things that help the world and they can be successful at it. They even added a category dedicated to remote work, which is cool. So I really encourage you, even if you don't sign up for Airtable, just go look at the templates, because it'll just give you ideas on ways to organize your life. It's just really simple to use features like duplicate and then reconfigure things on the next tab, or maybe I want to see, okay, who's all in this scene? Let me group it by scene. Or, I need to sort this by quantity. And I know that you can do things like that on Excel or other spreadsheet softwares, but if you try Airtable, you'll see what I mean. It just is the best. And if you find something better, let me know, because I would die on this hill. I've shown students and interns the software as well, and they were super happy and they were able to jump right in. So that gives me faith too, because I feel like teenagers are so overwhelmed with different apps and stuff, and to get them hyped up on organization isn't always the easiest thing. And this like made work fun for them. So, I mean, that's just a win for me. And what I really liked even more than that was that I would check in with them, because I'm talking about interns like for film festival stuff. And I would check in with them after, and they're like, oh yeah, I mean, Airtable, I organize my movies, or planning all the countries I want to go to. Like, it's just great that it is that flexible of a software that you can totally use it for work, but also just for your personal life. So, if you're like me and you want to at least attempt to organize your life, Airtable is a great place to start. And not to be presumptuous, but you are so welcome. So if you want to check out Airtable, the link is in the show notes. This has been your Daily Rec. See you tomorrow.